I think that statement from the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs is not only irresponsible, it is callous, it is insensitive, lacking in empathy and common sense of logical reasoning. And it's so unfortunate that the apex body of the Muslim community in Nigeria, headed by the Sultan of Sokoto, who is supposed to be the Seriki Muslimi or the leader of Muslims in Nigeria and even in Niger, can issue such a statement at this time, at a time that we are supposed to be having a national reflection, particularly amongst the Muslim community, as to how come it is our demography, our own divide, our own side of the divide, that has produced the twin problem that Nigeria is battling hard to contain, which is Boko Haram on one hand and banditry on the other hand. This is not a time to be hypocritical, to be insincere. This is not the time to play the ostrich. If anything at all is going to threaten the national unity of Nigeria, it is not Trump's statement. It is this very statement that has been issued by the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs. It's mark of complicity on their part. And if I must say, on the part of those of us that are Muslims, when you issue a statement that is so insensitive to the plight of our Christian brethren, it is unfortunate. I did not imagine that this can come out of the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs. I've heard Shegumi and some other people making statements. It wasn't something I was bothered about, because I felt that they don't represent the organized, the collective body that represents Muslims in Nigeria. But when this statement came out of the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, I was not only embarrassed as a Muslim, I was ashamed of myself. I felt that we have taken a logic, we have taken echo chamber rhetoric to the height of it, to the highest level of ridicule. And this is nothing but an image battering statement for the Muslim community in Nigeria. Trump again did not say he was coming to fight Muslims on behalf of Christians. He said he was coming to fight terrorists that are killing Christians. Why is the Muslim community in Nigeria up in arms against such a proposition? Are we the ones killing Christians? Are we supporting the terrorists to kill Christians? Can Muslims actually endure crusader Christian groups rising up to kill Muslims in targeted manner? Is it possible for Muslims to sit down and accept it? Kofi, let me give you a good example. In this same country, recently, 16 northern Muslim hunters were hunted down in Urumi because their identity was mistaken to be bandits, right? The entire Muslim North was up in arms against the Edo State government and its people. It took Opebolo, the governor of Edo, to go and practically kneel down to appease both the family, the state government, and other critical stakeholders in the North for the killing of 16 people. The North took a special exception to it. I didn't hear the Supreme Court for Islamic Affairs making this statement to say, no, it's part of the ongoing crisis in the country that consumed these 16 people. No. It was a special case. It was a specially mentioned case because those who killed them are of different demography. They are Southerners and they are Christians. I also remember vividly when the woman Fatima was killed in Anambra by IPOB elements along with her 4 children. The Anambra State government had to go the extra mile to appease both the family, the other community in Anambra State, and the entire country by showing the seriousness with which the government takes that killing. Even when IPOB elements were killing hundreds, if not thousands of Igbo people in Anambra State. You recall, Kofi, a year or 2 ago, there was an attack on a northern dominated market in Ibadan, if you recall. When that attack happened in Ibadan, and most of the casualties were northerners, a delegation of northerners came to Oyo State to ask questions why northern governors of predominantly Muslim states, whose people were targeted, came to Ibadan to ask questions. The governors of the southwest, led by then Akeredolu late now, had to take the initiative to rein in their people, made arrests just to pacify the North. It happened in this country.
All right. Okay.
So when Christians now complain that jihadi groups that are Muslim in outlook, bandits or killer herdsmen that are Muslim in outlook are killing them, and the numbers are rising to genocidal proportion, a group like Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs should be more concerned about the fact that people within their demography have gone this level of rogue to the point that Nigeria is battling insecurity that emanates from your own demography. Boko Haram members are Muslims. Bandits are Muslims. That should be a concern to the Sultan of Sokoto, who should be at this point be at the forefront of carrying out the necessary reforms that will roll back radicalization and indoctrination that has led to jihadism in Nigeria. But he's playing the ostrich. I am so disappointed in him as a Muslim. I'm so disappointed. And I want to call on the government. Enough of this politics. President Tinubu should sit up and stop playing politics with the lives of Nigerians.
Okay.
By this morning, I should have expected that they should have called in the officials of the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs for questioning by security agencies. And that should include the Sultan himself. The federal government cannot be making consolatory statements towards the international community. And they are here making provocative statements, asking Trump to retract his statement. How do you reconcile that? They need to be reined in. They need to be cautioned. And I think the Sultan should be giving stern warning never to make such a statement again on national security. If he doesn't have anything to say, let him keep his mouth shut through his Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs. This nonsense must not continue.
Right,
it must stop. Right. Enough is enough.
All right, Dr. Dahiru.
Because this is very provocative. How do you explain that such a statement can come out at such a time? Look, I've said it severally. When a Boko Haram Muslim group kills 1 million Muslims, it does not generate the same concern as when it kills one Christian. Because genocide has to do with targeted killings on the basis of creed, race, ethnicity, and all other factors that are peculiar to the humanity of the victim.
All right, Dr. Dahiru.
And so genocide in this instance can be raised when the numbers are rising, especially when a group has been attacked by a group that is of different ethnicity and religion from them.
All right.
So it's unfortunate.
All right. So the council, the Sharia Council have asked the president to review the appointment of Professor Josh Amopiton in relation to a legal opinion he offered as part of a study which we discussed on Friday, wherein he described the insecurity in the northern part of the country based on the reports and the numbers put out by internationally recognized agencies. He described it as of genocidal proportions. So they're saying that he's not balanced, religiously, and that probably the president needs to reconsider his appointment, probably replacing. I don't know if you've heard that, sir.
First and foremost, I do not know why we have a group called Supreme Council for Sharia in Nigeria. I don't know why that group exists. That group should be disbanded. And the statements that are part of that group has been irrational, provocative, as if somebody wants to plunge Nigeria into a sectarian warfare. A group that calls itself Supreme Council for Sharia in Nigeria. When people make such statements, they will turn around and blame others for Islamophobia. These are the same groups stoking Islamophobia. When Muslims like us are trying to reflect the beauty of Islam, the peace that Islam is, the humanity that is at the core of Islam, through our words, our writings, and our conduct, groups like this will come out and make no sense of our efforts. They will come out gun blazing, attacking people of other faiths, making reckless statements. I mean, such a group in the first place should have nothing like National Council for Sharia in Nigeria, because I believe it's a government-backed group. Somebody is entering salaries from the collective patrimony of Nigeria under that aegis, and all they do is to issue such political statements. So I'm starting my comment today on this matter on the fact that group should be scrapped. They should scrap that group. Then secondly, again, like I said of the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, this group, this particular, the government is from this group, should have been arrested by DSS by now. President Tinubu, wake up before this will cause anarchy and chaos in this country. Wake up.
Now, the Muslim religious leaders make us understand, say, them as a Muslim, they are against killing of Christians. And these people make us understand, say, these same people are killing Muslims the same way they are killing Christians. Okay, we agreed. Now somebody is coming to say, okay, they want to solve our problem. They want to eradicate these people out of our soil. And now the Muslim leaders are coming up to tell us that they don't want it. Is there something going on? You people are not telling us. If you make us understand that these same people is killing Muslims, is it that you enjoy them, see them killing your own citizen? Why are you now trying to stop the person that want to wipe them out? You don't know that the process you keep killing your people, America will come for that soil immediately. If you want the American not to come, carry your Boko Haram and those of barbarians, those northern barbarians that you call your children, that burning mosques, burning the churches, take them out of our soil. We don't need them. We don't need this kind of people in our soil. That is why that woman was asking President Tinubu, he said, what is the blueprint you have for the northern states? And he said the president told her that they don't have any blueprint for northern states. That means they will keep seeing disaster. And the woman said she backed out. Something is going on. You people are not telling us. This is a cold jihad war in the soil of Africa. You people is not telling us. If it is not within the Christian and the Muslim, what happened to Deborah when you burn her alive? America will come. Anything they want to take from us, let them take it. When America has not come, what are the benefits? Nigeria is benefiting from those things. You people should open our record. Let us see how many gold miners that Nigeria has record of that is in the central bank. Who is fooling who? Using that to distract people. Using those, your bloggers, to say America is coming. You know, if America come, let America come.
Because of this, my stand, I was placed on the administrative watch by the Barack Obama government, because Barack Obama was one of the wicked American presidents that aided the terrorists to come kill and destroy our people. It was a setup by them of all the matters of the Chibok girls and all of that. But I'm grateful to God that God has raised a defender and a deliverer. I want to say thank you to President Donald Trump. Thank you for standing with God's people. Thank you. Thank you that the blood of the innocent has not gone in vain, but God who answers prayer. Now, I want to appreciate Ted Cruz. I want to appreciate Anon, Mayor Anon, and all of you that have joined together to say this Christian genocide must stop. This genocide must stop. This genocide on the Hausa community must stop by these Fulani headers, terrorists, both Makban and Mayati Allah. All of those terrorist associations must be disbanded, must be cleaned up. We must regain our glory again as a nation. I advise the president of Nigeria, President Tinubu, align yourself with America. Don't be deceived by those terrorists. Align yourself. Let's join forces together to bring an end to the Turjis that are walking freely on the street and the killer Fulani headsmen that are wiping away our people. Nigeria must regain its sovereignty. We have lost our sovereignty to these terrorists that are collecting tax from our citizens, ruling in different communities. It's time we regain it, and we need to align ourselves. Now help has come, and together we will win. We will stop the bloodletting. We will stop the genocide. We will stop our soldiers being massacred and also killed on the field because of the irresponsibility of our leaders. Now, Nigerians, I want to say to you, on the 29th of November, I have said in the last broadcast, we shall be gathering in different locations to pray and ask God's power upon our nation, bring repentance and ask God's intervention in different aspects of our nationhood. And these prayers are going to be led by the army of watchmen and intercessors all over the country by the grace of God. Those of you that are on the plateau is going to be at the Secretariat Junction. We shall all appear in black, seeking the face of our God. But congratulations, Nigeria. America, I want to say congratulations.
Let's not pretend about the realities that have suddenly become of us. And I'm talking about the declaration of Trump as designating Nigeria as a country of particular concern. Now, when you look at the reactions from the north, particularly the recent protests from Kano and the proclamation of the clerics saying that these bandits are their Muslim brothers, it goes to show one thing, that all these years of Christian annihilation has been secretly backed or encouraged by Muslims in the north. That is very, very painful. Hold on a second. I come, I do video. I finish the video first. So, I saw the protests in Kano. I'm actually not surprised. I'm actually not shocked. It just goes to reveal why the issue of terrorism has not been solved over the years. And the answer is simple. There is secret, applause or secret encouragement to their activities. As a matter of fact, let me tell you the truth. Christian lives don't matter as far as to the extremist Muslims in the north. Christian life don't. In fact, 1,000 lives of Christian can be annihilated. It doesn't mean anything to them. But touch one Muslim life, it matters. As far as they are concerned, these so-called terrorists are soldiers protecting Islam in the country. It goes to show that this issue that we have left undiscussed, now is the time to discuss it. Now is the time to talk about it. Are we going to leave? Are the Muslims in the north saying that America should stay off while they continue their unabated massacre of Christians? Or they have a way of stopping it? See, I'm not one person that has ever suggested this country to be divided. But with the way things are going, it is beginning to show clearly that we are not one and we are very incompatible. And if this is going to continue, then I suggest unequivocally that this country should break up. If we are in a situation whereby government look the other way when bandits or terrorists go taking people's lives, where customs say they have to give 7 bags of rice to appease bandits or terrorists, where communities have to hold meetings with bandits or terrorists, then we have a collapsed society. I've said it before now that the biggest problem in the religious north are these Muslim clerics. All they preach is hate. All they preach is intolerance. We cannot continue like this. If this is the time to discuss our religious differences and how we can coexist or separate, now is a good time. I condemn totally the annihilation of any life, be it a Muslim life or a Christian life. I condemn it entirely. But if we have clerics who will fight to support the atrocious activities of their foot soldiers, then we'll tell them that this country does not belong to you, that violence is not a monopoly of a section of the country, that we are all capable to take away lives, and we are all capable of installing peace. The choice is yours. Which do you want?
Good day to our viewers all over the world and welcome back to Local Journal. Thank God we still have Muslims in this country who can speak the truth to power, who can speak the truth without minding whose ox is God. We can see that the problem of northern Nigeria, or the problem of insecurity in this country, spur from this angle, and it all boils down to the table of these Islamic clerics and their leaders in Nigeria. Because I don't know why and Islamic Council will be putting out a statement as embarrassing as this? What are you trying to defend? Are you supporting these terrorists, or are you the sponsors of these terrorists and you're not letting Nigerians know? Or what is it exactly? President Trump said he was coming to deal with the terrorists that are terrorizing Christians and Nigerians. But you, the Muslims, have taken it up upon yourself to say that you don't want America on your soil or be in your land. Does it mean that you are actually doing this thing, yet still denying it in the media that there is nothing like genocide going on against the Christian in Nigeria? If that is not the case, why is it that everybody in the northern part of this country are defending and they are against the presence of US to curb this insecurity issue that we're having? Of course, most of all these northern Muslims, they are clerics, they are extremists, and they are the ones that have caused this radicalization amongst these extremists that are causing mayhem in this country. And these people are not even thinking of de-radicalizing these people at all. Instead, they are still doing everything to empower them and to tell them subtly that everything they are doing, they are behind them and they are in support of what they are doing. If this is not what they are doing, why will they bring or release a statement as this? The Christians in this country have never had any, or there's never been any time we see any terrorist group called a Christian or attached, affiliated with Christians terrorizing the Muslim in this country or any other religion in this country. Let's assume the table is turned and this particular thing, it's the Christians that are doing it in this country, or a group that has an affiliation with the Christians that are doing it in this country. Of course, this country would have been in chaos by now, because these people will not even tolerate it at all. We've seen the example he has cited in the video, and we can deduce that, okay, from those examples he has cited, that these people know what they are doing and they are not interested in the interest of Nigeria at all. They are not interested in the development of Nigeria at all. All they want is power and just to promote and propound, expand their jihadist agenda. That is just what all they are in for. But with this whole development arising and the fact that we are seeing other people within the Muslim folds coming out to speak the truth, Nigerians need to wake up. And I'm happy people like this still exist. And may God bless this man, because I never expected this from anybody to come out and speak the plain truth to power like this. He spoke it as he should. Even some of the Christians and people who even expected to even speak in this manner could not even speak. But look at how he broke everything down and spoke everything, spoke the truth without missing a word at all. This is time for President Tinubu to stop playing politics and rise up to his responsibility, rise up to the occasion and bring all these people to book, because there is nobody powerful like this country. There is nobody. If somebody is trying to distort this country, cause chaos, distort the peace of this country and everything we share, the unity and everything we share, then you must do everything as the number one person, the number one person in this country, as the head, the one uniting everybody, the president of this country, to bring these people to book before it's too late. Because honestly, Nigeria is on the edge now and it's sitting on the keg of gunpowder, and if nothing is done about this whole situation, it might escalate. And if it does, I think he'll regret that he didn't take action on time. This is just my own candid opinion. Kindly drop what you think about this in the comment section. And if today is your first time to visit our channel, please kindly like, share and subscribe to our channel.